Have you ever sat down to study, only to find yourself scrolling on your phone, daydreaming, or simply doing anything but what you intended? Procrastination, it's something we all face. But why does it happen, and how can we overcome it? Let me share something with you. Procrastination isn't a lack of willpower, it's a misalignment of intention and action. Today, I want to guide you through some timeless lessons to help you focus, overcome distractions, and make the most of your time. Together, let's turn studying into a mindful, purposeful practice. Procrastination often arises from fear of failure, fear of imperfection, or even fear of effort. When I first became a monk, I procrastinated on my studies of ancient texts. Not because I didn't care, but because I was afraid I wouldn't understand them. One day, my teacher noticed me avoiding my lessons. He said, "You're not avoiding the task, you're avoiding the discomfort it brings." But growth begins where comfort ends. When you procrastinate, pause and ask yourself, what am I really avoiding? Is it the difficulty, or is it my fear of not being good enough? Awareness is the first step to change. A mountain is climbed one step at a time. Likewise, a task that feels overwhelming can be conquered by breaking it into smaller, manageable parts. I remember copying a long scripture by hand, a daunting task. My teacher advised, don't think of the entire text. Focus on the next word, then the next sentence. Slowly but surely, I completed it. When you sit down to study, don't focus on finishing everything at once. Instead, commit to just 5 minutes. Often, starting is the hardest part, but momentum builds with action. In the monastery, we had designated spaces for prayer, study, and rest. Each space was treated with respect and intention. When you create a dedicated space for studying, free of distractions, you signal to your mind that this is a place of focus. Think about your study environment. Is it cluttered? Are there distractions within arm's reach? Simplify your space. Make it a sanctuary for learning, and your mind will naturally settle into the rhythm of study. Our minds are like lamps. They shine brightly when fueled but dim when overworked. Procrastination often creeps in when we push ourselves too hard without rest. In the monastery, we would study for a set time, then take a mindful walk or meditate briefly. These intentional breaks refreshed our minds and deepened our focus when we returned. Set a timer for 25 minutes of focused study, followed by a 5-minute break to stretch, breathe, or drink water. But remember, a break is a pause, not a diversion. Avoid the temptation to scroll endlessly or lose yourself in distractions. Why are you studying? Is it for grades, personal growth, or a future dream? When you connect your efforts to a deeper purpose, procrastination loses its grip. I once struggled to learn a difficult chant. My teacher asked, "Why are you learning this?" I replied, "Because it's required." He smiled and said, "Learn it because it's a gift to others." When you chant, you bring peace to those who hear it. When you study, remind yourself of the greater purpose behind your efforts. Visualize how your knowledge will help you achieve your goals and contribute to the world. Procrastination often stems from the fear of not doing something perfectly. But perfection is an illusion. In the monastery, we were taught, do your best, not for perfection, but for progress. One of my fellow monks hesitated to write a reflection because he feared it wouldn't be profound enough. Our teacher reminded him, a simple, honest word carries more power than a polished but hollow essay. Focus on effort, not outcome. Each attempt, no matter how imperfect, brings you closer to mastery. Discipline is not about forcing yourself to work. It's about creating habits that align with your intentions. But remember, discipline without compassion can lead to burnout. When I struggled to wake up early for meditation, my teacher advised, be firm, but gentle. Forgive yourself for slipping, but don't give up. Each day is a new beginning. If you falter in your studies, don't judge yourself harshly. Acknowledge it, adjust, and begin again. Progress is a journey, not a destination. Procrastination is not your enemy, it's a sign that something within you needs attention. By understanding its root, starting small, creating a sacred space, and connecting your efforts to a purpose, you can overcome it. Take a moment today to reflect. What small step can you take toward your studies? How can you align your actions with your intentions? If this message resonates with you, share in the comments. What challenges do you face when studying, and how do you overcome them? Thank you for allowing me to share this journey with you. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Until we meet again, walk mindfully and live with purpose.